The Random Jottings of Donald J. in Nelson in Pendle, Lancashire. Miner at Burnley, Victoria Hospital. A haunting manifestation. Having died in the hospital after a mining accident seriously injured many of the pit workers from a nearby colliery, this solitary figure is occasionally reported by staff working the night shift. The Burnley Hospital had seen its fair share of tragedies, but perhaps none so haunting as the tale of the miner. He had been one of many workers at the nearby colliery, digging deep into the earth in search of precious coal. One day, a terrible accident occurred, causing a massive collapse that trapped several miners, including the man who would later become known as the miner ghost. Despite the best efforts of the rescue teams, it was too late for the miner. He succumbed to his injuries in the hospital, surrounded by the wails of his grieving family and friends. But even death could not release him from his attachment to the place where he had spent so much of his life. As the years passed, the Burnley Hospital became a place of healing and hope for many patients. But for those who worked the night shift, it was also a place of dread. Occasionally, they would catch a glimpse of a solitary figure, dressed in ragged work clothes and covered in coal dust. His face was always obscured by the shadows, but they could feel the weight of his gaze upon them. At first, they thought it was just a trick of the light, or perhaps a figment of their exhausted imaginations. But as more and more staff members reported the same sightings, the legend of the miner ghost began to take hold. Some believed that he was simply looking for a way to return to the earth he had loved so much. Others thought that he was seeking vengeance for the injustice that had ended his life so abruptly. But whatever the reason, the miner ghost remained a fixture of the Burnley Hospital, a reminder of the fragile balance between life and death. And so, the staff of the hospital learned to live with the miner ghost, acknowledging his presence but never trying to force him to move on. For as long as the hospital stood, they knew that he would be there, haunting the halls and reminding them of the sacrifices that had been made in the pursuit of progress. By Donald J.